So I was talking and it wasn't recording, so here we go again. So I wanted to tell you guys a dream that I had December 2022, and it's relating to part of my physical healing of COVID that God gave me. But I was reminded of a dream I had before I got COVID, a month before I got COVID, which was December of 21. The Lord actually warned me that I was going to be oppressed or possessed, whatever it is, whatever you want to call it. You know, I know that a lot of times, like, we can go through experiences that go against what we're taught in Christendom or what, you know, whatever. But the reality is that, like, our experiences mean something. And I had a dream before I got COVID that I was literally, like, the Lord gave me warning. I had this knowing that I was possessed of 16 demons. However, let me clarify, it's not the normal possession, meaning inside of me or that I was possessed, because I wasn't possessed. I didn't see it. I just had this knowing that 16 demons would have possession over me. And I think it just means they would have some sort of control, like in the story of Job. Although, because like in my dreams, the Lord will show me something, but it's not exactly as what it means. It's very metaphoric and it means something different. For example, the other night I had a dream about NASA and babies, and I just thought maybe NASA's doing something with babies, but in actuality, I looked up some stuff and there are these baby stars in the sky, and it talks about how stars are birthed and baby stars, and I have to look deeper into that. But I thought NASA was doing something with babies, but God is saying no, baby stars. So yeah, I'm just human and I'm learning the voice of God and different ways that he speaks, and you know what he's saying, how he's saying it. It's just a different language that I've been learning over time, you know, as we all are learning. And I woke up and I was just kind of like, well, what is that? Like, I mean, I didn't see the possession. There was nothing demonic in there. It's just like, I have these knowings that God gives me. And so like, I was kind of like, well, that's weird because Christians can't be possessed, but either way, it doesn't matter. I had the dream, and months after getting COVID, I realized, I was like, oh my gosh, like, this is actually what God was talking about. Like, I just didn't know what it would look like. You know, like, we prophesy in part with prophetic words and prophetic dreams and stuff. We don't necessarily always know what they mean. A lot of times we don't know what they mean. We just know we get them. And so sometimes they're literal, sometimes they're not. I've had so many literal dreams come to pass, but I didn't know it was literal until it came to pass. In this picture, Job is oppressed or possessed by demons, which are manifested by way of him being sick, and also it manifests by way of him losing his kids, so death, and a loss of wealth. So demons are possessing him or oppressing him. I'm not going to debate that. I'm only going off of the dream I had and also experience I've had with deliverance ministries and things like that.
Of course you do.
But you know, either way, I did everything that I could. When God gave me that warning dream, I mean, there's nothing that I could have done to stop it, because at that time I had got rid of the occult symbols in my house, which was just in a book. It was just in a book. It was Celtic symbols in a book. That's it. It came from the TV series Outlander. I love that show. And so I ended up getting the book in spite of the Celtic symbols, and I knew better. But then I justified it. I was like, oh, I'll be fine. I'm a Christian. I think I'll be good. Like, even though I knew better, but I prayed that I would be safe. Like, so that's stupid. Like, when you know better, you do better. But like, I don't know. I deceived myself. I talked myself into it, but I shouldn't have done that. But anyways, like, all that stuff was cleared out of my house. Generational things, attachments, different things. I went deep for deliverance and everything after that. And, you know, I was fine. But then I got COVID. And so what the Lord told me was true. And so through my COVID journey, I realized I'm like, I must have demons. I must have demons. And I've learned through like deliverance trainings and stuff that, sicknesses and stuff are demonic. I mean, they might not all be, but a lot of them are. I actually personally think that they all are. At this point, I just think they are. They manifest. Everything that's in the world manifests spiritually, or spiritual things manifest physically. Like cancer, I think it's a demonic manifestation. Job, he had demonic manifestation, whether it's oppression, possession, it doesn't even matter. But it was a sickness, it was the thorn, it was this world is dying, it's death. Satan is the prince of this world. Like, after we believe, repent, and are baptized, we can then be set free and are slaves of righteousness, meaning we are pursuing righteousness. You guys, this is not heaven. So anyways, the Lord warned me before I went through it. I just didn't know. Like, I didn't even prepare myself because I had no idea. But as time went on, the Lord proves his voice, that he proves stuff. He's just amazing, and his ways are not our ways. So I recently, December 22, a month ago, I got healed supernaturally. And I'm not fully healed, but I got healed. So I believe what is going on is I got delivered, like, as time goes on, I get delivered from some of those demonic oppressors that are in my life. Like, and it's not anything that I did. I didn't repent of anything. I didn't do anything extra. I didn't work harder on my faith. Like, I'm just in my faith, and it's just God doing what he does, because it is just what it is. Like, I literally just went to bed one night. I hadn't done anything different, I promise you. And I had a dream. God delivered me in my sleep. It was the small group leader in our group, who I look up to for sure. He was talking to me, and he looked at me, and as soon as he looked me in the face, and he said, "You have a demon." And as soon as he said that, in my dream, I was in the flesh in my dream. Like, I didn't see myself from afar, but I was in the dream as if I was there, like he was in my face. He was like, "You have a demon." And I'm looking at him, and then I literally closed my eyes and fell out in the dream. Like, how people fall out at the altar? I fell out, and that was the end of my dream. And I woke up, and I thought about my dream, but I just went on throughout my day. And I realized, as I was like standing up, folding clothes, I'm like, hey, I haven't folded clothes like this in a minute. Like, I can breathe. And I was like, oh my gosh, I didn't take my breathing medication. What? And I was like, I sat down and I started crying. I was like, God, you delivered me in my sleep. I did nothing to do it. It was just because it was your timing. What in the world? So, like, I've seen deliverance where we repent. I've seen deliverance where we go through our bloodlines. I've seen deliverance where we're doing something, but this time, this deliverance was just because God said so. I did nothing. And so this was amazing to me. And so I felt, like, where it got me healing, that thick sheet around my rib cage that I told you guys about. So before, when I couldn't even get massages. Like, I usually get massages, but for the whole year of 22 until the end of the year, I could not. Let me reposition this. Hold on. I could not get massages because it hurt so bad on, and I had seen my chiropractor just a couple of times, but it was so painful. And he told me, like, I had like some things going on right here, and he was like, you need to like open this up. And but anyways, aside from that, what I got delivered from was that thick sheath thing, whatever surrounding, like, my rib cage all around was just, it felt like a thick thing that I could never get relief from. No massage. Like, I would ask Aaron to rub my back, I would never get relief, like, ever. And God delivered me from that. And so I didn't take my medication for like 3 days, but then I was like, okay, I need it. So I started taking my medication again. I'm still on it, Symbicort. And I just take it twice a day. It's just an inhaler. And I got a breathing machine. And so it's like I think it's like salt. Okay, I don't know, I forget, but you put the mask on or whatever and you're breathing. So I do that only every once in a blue moon. But thank God I got that, because in December 18th, after I got my healing, couple weeks after that, I got COVID again, 4th time in 1 year. Guys, it's just so unreal. I was doing Christmas shopping, and then I just like was so sick that evening. I was just like, couldn't even do life anymore. So that the next day I was just out, and then I was just like, I lost my taste, I lost my smell, and I was like, I know I have COVID again. I was sniffing everything. I was like, oh my gosh, this is unreal. And but what I did in the fall, I juiced so much, not like so much, but I juiced extra and put it in the freezer. And I was like, this is for emergencies. And thank God I did, because this time around my juicer broke. It just broke. And so I had forgot, like, so I had COVID. Nobody knew the juice was in there. Nobody remembered. I had brain fog. So like days after I had COVID, I'm like, oh yeah, I have kale juice. But I went without the kale this time, and clearly I've built some immunity, but which is great. But I mean, I have asthma basically now from this COVID, like, and clearly I had it before a little bit, but and I was a smoker like years ago, from age 14 to 20, and yeah, but anyways, so God delivered me from that thick sheath around my rib cage. I'm still delivered from it, but I'm like, so today's the 11th of January, so I'm like 20 plus days ago is when I got COVID for the 4th time, and I'm actually still up and down. Like yesterday was a super bad day. I felt like I had like fibromyalgia. I had all these pains all over my body, and I was like, okay, this time around I haven't drank a lot of water. But on my 3rd time in the fall when I got it, when the kids went back to school, I drank like a gallon of water a day, and I was fine. Like, it was not bad at all. And but this time I was so nauseous that I just couldn't really drink water that much. And my taste, like, I still don't even want chicken. Like, I didn't have these symptoms before, but like, I'm like, ooh, there's like certain things that I just can't eat. Like, my smell has actually enhanced now. As my smell came back, it's enhanced. Like, I'll smell something and it's like I can smell it, but then it's like I smell extra and it like stinks, and it's disgusting. But anyways, so yeah, that is that part of the story. So, oh yeah, the other day I walked a mile. The next day I couldn't. So I mean, it's just so up and down. Let me think see if there's anything I'm missing. The dream. Oh yeah, so I'll be right back.
Hey guys, real quick, as you know, I'm not able to work right now, so this is the way I'm gonna work. This is what part of the Arbonne website looks like. I'm just gonna show you some skin stuff and the protein powder stuff. You can see what's in it, and the website has so much to show you that you can browse on your own. And not only can you get it from the US, but you can get it in other countries too. Like, they'll ship it to you. And yeah, like, I would really appreciate the support, and it would support your body, your health, the way you look, the way you feel. And I've been in the beauty industry for 20 years now, professionally, and I grew up in the beauty industry. So this stuff is amazing stuff. You will not regret it. And if you sign up to be a preferred client, a PC, you get 20% off, and it's only $20 to sign up. So, and you renew it every year. And if you want to sign up to be a consultant, you can do that too. My upline is Claudia, and she is amazing. She is a veteran and amazing friend, and her upline, they're amazing. They're out of the South of America, North Carolina. So they're sweet Southerners, and Dr. Deanna is one of her uplines. So Dr. Deanna, she pours into, us knowing about how amazing these things are. Like, she gives us some really good insight as to why and how on a cellular level these things are just really good for you. And your skin is your largest organ, so what you put on your skin really matters. And so, with that being said, I also want to just put in there that water, we are made of 70% water, and the earth is 70% water, and Jesus is the living water. And I am also going to be doing this e-commerce business, and it has to do with water. So, it's something that's automatic, and I don't necessarily have to promote to you guys, but I just want to share it because I love sharing and promoting healthy things. Now that, I'm almost 40, and this COVID thing has really taken a lot of people down, but we have to fight back. We have to not give up. This is a spiritual battle, but remember, things in the spirit also manifest in the physical. So we have to pray against this, and, just, check out the community tab. I always put information about, deliverance or news that, it's not really in the actual news, like, it's more conservative news, like other things, so that you can like balance out your thinking and, learn things that they're really not telling you. Why don't doctors promote healthy things? Like, let's promote health and wellness, while we're in this, time of despair.